So coming back in, we have Archon, who has made a new friend, Bradley, at the docks here, doing a bit of work. Um, while he's off at work, what are the three of you guys up to? Um, we talked a little bit off of recording, but that you were going to go talk to Mama Jones.
Yes, I need a place to crash, at least until I figure out where I'm gonna stay more permanently.
Okay, so coming into Mama Jones's little room, it's a quaint little place with little doilies set up that have nothing on them. There's a candy dish that has nothing but the worst flavors of whatever soy candy is cheap and easily plentiful. And as you come in, she'll be, "Oh boys, it's good to see that you're back. How's your friend?" And they're like, "Oh, you're right there. How are you?" And she'll come.
Hello, Mama Jones, is it?
It is,
I'm
and she'll
fine.
come over
Thank
and
you.
she'll give you a full on hug.
I'll hug her back.
Okay. Well, welcome to the outside world again, and she'll motion to the world around her. Please have a seat, you two boys.
Yeah, I think Interchange was like looking through the candy dish to make sure that there wasn't anything good in there.
It's the same
And
candy
then,
since last time.
yeah, he goes back. He goes and sits down.
If you counted it, it's the same number of candies as last time too.
Nice.
So what can
Goddamn
Mama
banana.
do? What can Mama do for you fine young folks today?
Uh, Out of game. This is just the acid trying to get a room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
I
So
figured I would ask you, and you would have said we asked Mama Jones, I guess.
yeah. So Interchange is like, well, she needs a place to stay. And I figured it wouldn't be a problem to set her up here, but I don't know where you want her to put down roots.
Oh, honey, that is no problem. Mom would be more than happy to get you back on your feet. I and she'll look off into the ceiling for a minute, deep in thought. I think there's a spot that we can get you set up. Do you wanna be near your friends or away from your friends?
Oh, I don't mind really if it's not too much trouble.
All right. Would you like better parking or close to the trash?
Well, I don't have a car, but I don't appreciate the smell, I guess.
Better
So
parking
I'll
it
take the
is.
parking.
And she'll be like, "Come on, boys," and she'll take you guys out of the. I imagine her having like the entire bottom floor of a apartment building, or what was once
Mm.
an apartment building in your area, kind of claimed to herself. Take you like 2 blocks away, which is in the basically the opposite direction of where the gnomes are living, and definitely a bit away from where Archon is literally crashing. Um, I'm not sure if Mama knows that he's there, but that's a problem for future Archon to solve. Um, so she'll make pleasant talk, asking about your time in the clink, as it were. Um, you will arrive at a not terribly rundown building. It's still in the Barrens. It's still kind of crappy, but it's functional and serviceable. She'll be like, and here we go. So this building itself used to be, as you can see, a McHugh's. Um, we've kind of put some renovations into it. Well, it's got lots of open area that you can decorate as you will. It's
Oh,
good.
very nice.
And the kitchen, some of it still works. I don't know where you're going to get the gas to power the fryers or that kind of stuff, and the oil for them, but you could. I think that one still works, and she'll point to something that's covered in dust and looks like it's probably got the front door ripped off and something missing from it. Uh, Over here in the back where these tables are, you can kind of put a mattress on the ground, flip the tables up to have a little privacy. It's it's not a house, but it could be a home.
Yeah, this has potential. Thanks. Oh, chance.
Sure, sure. And don't worry about rent. I'll start that next month when you get settled.
That's very nice to hear.
And then she'll look back to her little boys. It's like, is there anything else Mama can do for you guys today?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about dock wagons, would you?
It's like, I know they can do some fine work putting your insides back inside.
Yeah, I'm more talking about specifically like some routes or thing. We'll work it out. It's fine.
Well, if you need anything, Mama's always here to help. And she'll
Yeah, of course.
toss a physical set of keys to Acid to lock the door, waving over her shoulder. She's like, "Ciao, boys," and head on out to go back to where she holes up. You have yourself a McHughes that you can live in for a little while.
I dropped the keys.
Whoops.
Yeah, Interchange just like goes around and like he's just like checking any mechanical stuff. Though he doesn't I don't have industrial mechanic or anything like that, but he's just looking to just check things out.
You can default on it in this case, just because you're looking for the obvious things that are horribly wrong. And you're probably moderately familiar with this building and its existence.
Right.
Are there like open windows?
They're boarded up, like
room?
in the front.
Okay.
At one time there was some kind of glass or try to remember what the fancy name for glass, but not necessarily just like armored glass, but ballistic?
There's ballistic glass, yeah.
Bullet resistant, maybe? Not super fancy stuff, but there it is.
Not fiberglass.
So with your industrial mechanic, you can see that some of the cooking equipment that is still there is obviously missing
Right.
some parts of it. You're not really 100% sure what it is, but you could totally take pictures and take it to somebody who knows more about this kind of thing. But it's like, that's got an attachment for where you hook up a hose. I can see that, and there's no hose there, so that's not good.
Right. I'll have to look around and maybe invest in a chip. Get this understanding.
Well, I don't know if we need to. As long as we can like cook water.
Well, I mean, it would be nice to just know about it. I want to know everything. So
it's got all of the. It looks like it has all of the equipment you need to make various flavored soy things. It's all broken.
I'll fix it all up. Maybe we can make some money off of it.
Yeah, and then you could buy yourself a real apartment and not living in a burnt-out McHughes.
Yeah. I bet you this equipment could.
Nice.
I bet you we could sell this equipment at the very least.
Yeah.
If you got it working.
Yeah. I'll look into it. Maybe I'll spend some time doing some research. See how to look up how to fix these things.
You do that. That sounds like something you would do.
I'm just shoving around tables, trying to create space.
Trying to make a little fort.
Wondering where the hell I would put a pig.
Good news. With a little bit of work and maybe a mini welder, you could make a little pen.
Maybe in the meantime, we just like tip over some tables and make a pen out of it.
Yeah, that's something you can totally do.
Definitely.
You gonna move Bomb in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
You could
have him stay somewhere.
you could totally take some of the equipment that is here, like the trying to think of the things that I know of in a McDonald's. Like take one of the bins out of like the thing they dump the fries in to fill up with water as like a food trough for him. That kind of thing. So you could totally make it almost serviceable to live in. I don't want to say comfortably, but you're not in prison. So
I'll probably sleep back
there was
in
a
the
cot in
kitchens,
prison.
just so the pig doesn't stink up the whole place.
yeah,
Because I'm not taking him out for walks.
man, you just
I
gotta
I like
let
the
him.
idea of
Well,
standing.
maybe the hood fans work.
Yeah,
This
if
place
you
has electricity, right? The hood fans work. You can just, encourage him to shit over there.
that is, there is a, if you guys want to spend a little bit of time, you could totally have like the behind the counter just be the pig area, and you could be out in the, not the lobby,
in the
but like the dining
sanitary
room.
area.
Yeah, let him go shit all over the place back there. Oh man, I can't imagine that going wrong. I love it. So you guys spend a montage amount of time cleaning up the place. Is there anything else you want to do today, or do we want to just fast forward to Archon gets done work? From the sounds of it, no, you don't have anything you want to do today.
Nothing.
No.
Okay. So Archon, trying to figure out how much they would pay. No, I think I got it. So as the proverbial whistle blows, it is now probably about 9 o'clock at night. You've put in a solid 14-hour day. That's great. They got you around halfway through. A little food truck got pulled into the docks, and some people you were allowed to go over, and the soy flavored choice was provided to you with a little bottle of water that was all charged to the docks itself. So
was the water clean?
It's in a bottle.
My favorite.
Like
That's as good as it's gonna get.
It's not out of the place where you were just lifting all the things. And then you will just, back to work. At the end of the day, when the man in the airy suit comes back to you and is like, all right, that's it. And everybody will kind of get in a line, and he'll sit there and he'll hand out cred sticks. And as he gets to you, he's going to put it in your hand. And then he's not going to let go of it for a second. He's going to give you a bit of a, you look familiar. Do you say?
This is gonna shrug. He just wants the money and he's gonna go.
So you'll kind of give it a little tug, and he'll let go of the cred stick, and you'll wander off, feeling his eyes on your back as you go. And then he'll go back to just handing out the cred sticks. When you slot it, you'll find out it's 200 million.
Holy balls!
Holy shit!
You're rich, boys.
200 million for 14 hours of back-breaking labor.
I would just get real jobs. I feel like that pays better.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that Key and Peele thing, where they're like, "This is how we're gonna rob the bank. We're gonna go there," and basically it's just like we're gonna get jobs, and like after a certain amount of time, they will have no idea that we stole all that money.
14 hour shift to the docks. Brackets, day labour.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
No, I could get used to that kind of money.
So did you learn anything?
Is it?
Man, that's way more than I thought it was going to be. I should have made that a lot lower. Oh, well.
Do you want to make it lower?
No, I'll let you have it, because you're broke.
Okay. Yeah, basically.
Maybe it was an accident.
Yeah, it should have been
They
20.
just miscounted. Yeah, I made a new friend. That was pretty much it. I didn't see anything dock wagon. I know the triads are involved. There was this fancy car. And did I see the license plate long enough to memorize it? Should have asked back then.
Let me see how many memory dice you have.
Yeah, there's no
That's a good
dice.
question.
You have 6.
Well,
Logic plus willpower.
Okay.
You can roll it. I'm making no promises here.
That's fine.
Mm-mm.
I remember it has a license plate.
I don't know if Shadowrun cards have license plates actually, or if it's all digital now.
That's a good point.
probably all digital, but
Oh, they have morphing plates, don't they?
Yeah, no, I guess
Yeah.
they would have actual license plate then, because morphing license plates exist. All right.
Interchange would just say like, well, we knew that the triad was working out of there, so
Yeah,
at least it adds up.
Yeah. So, and then it'll basically fill you in on everything else you found out. And then point out 200 new yen for a 14-hour day.
What in the heck?
What?
If only I got that second cyber arm.
If only.
Join you.
That's definitely a mistake. Probably another human doing all the math. Explain why it's all wrong.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
It can't be right.
when you could.
So it comes out to, if you did it for 30 days, it's 6,000 new yen, which is enough for a medium lifestyle for a singular person. But when you're a low-income family trying to do yourself a spouse and a litter of orklings, it doesn't go as far. So that makes me feel a little bit better about it. I have
Also,
no idea.
If you're a troll, God knows how much money you spend on food or whatever.
Yeah. This is true.
So, I guess not much has changed. Are you going to go back to work tomorrow, or?
That's up to you guys. I can see if I can put on a different detail. Or we can see if we want to break in tonight and have a little look around ourselves.
What day is it now? So it was Saturday, then
Sunday.
we did Sunday.
This is going into Monday then.
Okay. Interchange would just be like, I mean, sure, if you want, we could just send you to work every day. I mean, that might work out, but every time that we do it, we're also accepting a pretty big risk of you being found out.
Well, just don't fuck up.
That is definitely a possibility.
I mean, worst case scenario is they find you snooping around the place, they throw you out of your ass, but they don't know what you were actually looking for, right? Unless they break the wax, I guess.
How about... Yeah, I guess just keep going and then see how many days you can get on the job, and then hopefully you can get work the day that the dock wagon comes in, and then maybe you can mark it or something if you have an opportunity.
Yeah. We'll keep the stealth tags on him. I should see what I've actually got, see what we can take in.
I'm trying to think of something that we could do in that time to prepare, and I think basically Interchange would just be making like plans for the different routes that it might take.
Sure, you guys have access to the Jackrabbit, so you could totally go check the places out.
Right.
I have a spell called Influence, which lets me suggest people they do something. You could maybe try and make someone talk, but I don't know who that would be, or how to get to them.
Exactly.
Or how they wouldn't then afterwards figure out that we're going to steal the thing we're asking about.
Right. So let's do that. Like, we'll look into the different routes, and then a couple days beforehand, if we haven't found any information, we'll try and pursue a different avenue, I guess.
Okie dokie.
So nothing else for tonight then?
Nope.
All right. So fast forward. Are you going back to work in the morning?
Apparently.
200 new yen. 200 new yen.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what time are you showing up?
He'll show up at 5 this time.
All right. So you're amongst the early comers. Do you want to do anything, or you just want to scan until everybody else shows up when we get on with the day and see where you end up working?
Is Bradley there?
Bradley will show up probably about 20 after 5 or so. He gets dropped off. There is a jackrabbit that looks worse than your jackrabbit that drops him off. An orc lady drives away after, a heartfelt goodbye, and he drives off. He'll watch her go
Well,
for a
we're-
minute, and then
Yeah, well, I've already started being nice to this guy. I might as well keep it up. And you never know, I might be able to throw him under the bus later to save my ass.
it's like if I'm nice to him now, I can sacrifice him later.
Yeah, essentially. You know,
Good
I
plan.
mean,
That's what companions are for.
he's a thing, really. I mean, he's not really worth anything, so.
You're just saying that because he's an orc, not because he's an NPC.
No,
Mhm.
I'm saying that more because I think I'm better than everything. So, but yeah, he'll wander up to Bradley, offer him another cigarette.
He'll be excited to see you again, and he'll very happily take said cigarette from you. It's like, Martin,
Pardon?
do you want to
Sorry.
make small talk, or are you just going to stand there and begrudging smoking at 5:30 in the morning?
Mainly, he'll just stand there,
King
and
of the
then
Hill style.
mention something like, "You know anything that's going on today?"
He'll kind of take a nice long drag on that cigarette and be like, I know the corp ain't going to be here today. That's kind of unfortunate.
No.
They pay a little bit better than everybody else does, but can't win them all.
My heart just dropped. Low.
Yeah, sorry.
I was hoping for another 200. Yeah, he's gonna look like dejected from that, like, oh. And that'll be about it. Well, that's what we'll say.
So when you look dejected, it's like, there's another, what's today? Oh, Monday. Thursday, there's supposed to be another corp job. And that'll be a pretty big one, but until then, we're mostly on small fry. Until then. Unless
Okay.
you get in on the triads, which I wouldn't put up to. They usually like to, and you'll look around to see how many people are there. And it's like they usually like to bring in, or only bring in their own kind.
Well, it seems to me that the best thing to do is to avoid them and just get on with work.
But you'll catch on quick.
It says this. Do you know what the best way of getting on then, or is it a case of be here a lot?
Well, being here a while helps. Being of Oriental descent helps. Being human helps. He'll kind of laugh. Racist assholes. But
It is benef-
and you'll notice as you guys kind of shoot the shit for a little while that not as many people are showing up for work today. A lot less than yesterday. Apparently, you hit a lucky stride when the Ares was picking up a bunch of people and that kind of stuff.
right.
But if you want to just give me a quick composure and a quick lift and carry, we'll speed you through the day, and you can roll anything else you want to roll while you're at work. Those of you who are driving around in his Jackrabbit, you wanted to check out the locations?
I want to see like the areas of deviation and like what my options are. Say that they happen to not take the most direct route and like they do some kind of change. Like I want to be prepared, so I'm basically going through and like marking things in AR, like if there's like an overhang or if I think that we can get underneath them or like a good blind spot where we could come out with a vehicle or something, so that I have a plan for.
So
Whatever
on the if they come in during the busier times and would avoid the highways, you have your basically your pick of the spots that you want to use for this thing. You want a dark alley, well, not like a dark alley. You want a side street that you can come out and block them off on. You got it.
Right.
You want a sign to like drop onto them from. You can totally have that, but it's a what kind of location do you want to make up for that?
I I'm trying to think, like, I basically want a few options for each way. And we don't need to, like, cover all of that now. I just wanted to, like, go over it and be like, if I could make, like, a roll or something.
Sure. If you want to make a perception test, we can
Sure.
we can do that, and that will be how many different spots you find that are suitable for your needs, and then we can describe some of the facets to the.
I'm going to edge it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
5 hits.
between the two of you, there'll be like 4 different spots that you guys come up with that you feel will be fit for purpose. It's like stumble my words
Cool.
again.
Yeah. And
They will
so,
have a place that you can not necessarily stash the jackrabbit, since that's the only real vehicle that you have access to right now. That you
there's
can
a
use.
motorcycle.
I'm sorry, I don't count that as a vehicle. That's a that's
An
a
awesome
rolling
machine?
joke. When it's written by a gnome, it is a rolling joke, but still
Hey,
wonderful.
Fuck you, buddy. I'm awesome, and I have one of those because they're awesome. Especially that one because it's mine.
But as for stopping a panel van, probably gonna have to use the jackrabbit for that if you want to do it as a pull
here's what
out
I'm
block
thinking.
traffic.
I'm thinking more of a like a train heist kind of a thing where we like drive up behind it, jump onto it, open the back kind of a thing.
I can't imagine anything going wrong. I love it.
Oh, I know that it's gonna go wrong, but I mean, no matter, even if we did like the pull out in front of it, then they're instantly gonna know what's up, and hopefully, if we do it right, they won't necessarily notice until we're already doing it.
I mean, there is also pull out in front of it, and then you use your strong arm to just rip the door off, and we start fucking them up. Steal the truck.
If you can get them to get out of the vehicle and not be shooting at us, I can use the influence spell to just make them open the van for us. Or one of them, and the other one better not be looking at the same time, or he'll be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Is there a possibility that I could be studying the mechanics of a truck like this, so that if I needed to disable it via an automotive mechanical roll?
Yeah, you
I
can
would get some
pre-roll
kind of
that
bonus?
Yeah, you can pre-roll that if you want, and you can just kind of write that down on the table somewhere, and we'll use that for some later thing.
Okay.
Actually, I think influence would work even if they would be shooting us. It would just be different phrasing for him reason to have opened the door.
Well, you can cast through windows if they're not tinted to be opaque.
Yes.
So
I'm thinking like casting the spell, they might be like, oh, something is inside of your truck, better open the door and check what's going on. Then he would open the door for us, and then we just pounce or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, there's a
But
great
it's a way
number
to
of.
open the door without explosives or acid.
Technically speaking, you don't need to open the door. The guy that hired you just wants the shipment. You could give it to him in the truck.
Right.
Isn't the truck like trackable though?
Yes, but tomorrow you will have a rating 6 area jammer delivered to you.
Guess that works.
So that will help. It may not solve all of your problems, but it will help with the immediate problems.
Still, the driver doors might be only openable from inside. If they don't get out, then we're fine.
That is typically how car door locks work, where when you put the car into gear, your doors will lock for you automatically. I know mine does.
So here's what I'm talking about with the auto mechanic thing. I'm thinking, like, I could use my cyber limit because I'm thinking it has like one of those pneumatic, for the bolt gun things that they use for like race car, like changing the tires kind of a thing.
Oh, the boop boop.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just looking for like different ways of possibly getting into it with that, or like disabling it, or something like that.
Without getting into its hood, I don't think there's a lot you could do with something like that outside of attempting to take the tires off while it's in motion.
Yeah, well, that's what, like, if we stopped it and then I could like get up to it and then do whatever we needed to do, or I'm just trying to figure out something.
Yeah, you could totally, if you're quick, like, take the nuts off of a tire.
Right. Cool. We might. I think we established that we did know what like something with the chop shop. Did we not?
Let's pop over to the other page.
Control F.
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything about it, but I'm pretty sure, because I had some ideas on Little G. I'm pretty sure Little G drives a big ass van.
Nice. So we might want to call it Little G. Just for like a backup plan. Yeah, I think we should call it Little G, and have him have his van like waiting in the wings in case something happens and the vehicle that the dock wagon truck is somehow incapacitated, or we decide that we can't use it. Sound good?
Yeah.
So, as a quick question, is Little G an actual gang member, or is he still one of like the applicants?
I think he's an actual gang member.
Yeah, his mother was like with the deal that my son's in that gang.
That's right. She thought she was hot shit because her son was in the gang. That's right.
Yeah.
And he hates it.
Yeah, no, he was like, yo, I got you, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna owe me, though.
Yeah, oh.
And nothing better happened to my ride.
You know that I always fix up your ride for you whenever you need it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I look out for you.
You got them little hands. I can't get in there to fix it.
Yeah.
He just looks down at his hands. It's like, my hands.
I'm so clumsy.
They are so big, and this car was not meant for... This is the largest auto I could afford. That's how I imagine him now. He like races a jackrabbit or something super tiny, but he's huge because it throws off the power to weight ratios.
He Flintstones it.
Exactly.
So, does anyone else have any other ideas for this?
I mean, yeah, I like the idea of stealing it with running the jammer. That would be ideal, really. Just deliver it straight to them and tell them they need to, take care of the truck.
Right.
So that they don't get tracked.
Would I know if the locks in the vehicle are mechanical in nature, so like an auto picker would work, or would it be more like a mag lock, and would the jammer somehow affect any of that? I don't even know. I've never looked into it in Shadowrun.
I've never really looked into it. I'm going to assume since this is a corp-owned vehicle, it's going to be on the more high-tech side, so not like auto picker, but more mag lock with a manual emergency release on the inside.
Right.
Yeah, it says in the book that manual locks are pretty rare and only actually used for when you want to throw off invaders.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, haha, they may hack my locks, but they can't like hack a master lock.
Except for my mini welder can.
Damn it! Foiled by the mini welder.
And it's a gnome mini welder, so it's got to be a mini welder.
Ugh. It's a micro welder.
So it has fuel for 2 minutes.
But yeah, so I'm cool with just fast forwarding now.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So, Archon, did you want to do anything specific while you were at work? Did you want to do any kind of tests of any kind?
Archon is urinating.
Oh, well, that's an interesting test, and that is unfortunate. Damn, splitting the party. Did you guys want to actually contact your fixer about the potential of a decker? Because that is something that you can ask about and have not asked
Yes,
about.
I will do that.
All right, you want to roll out
Make
these?
sure- Make sure to ask about the price. That's...
Well,
We're not getting paid for this job.
I mean, I can be like a bird, but that I can't communicate with any of you. So
Wow,
It's not
Shank really
useful.
pulled through this time.
He came
Wow.
through really well. So, tell me a little bit
Found
about
somebody
Shang
called-
real quick before I pretend to be another man.
His name is Shang Shangson.
Mhm.
He
It's like Steve
is,
Stevenson.
Yeah, the Asian
that
version.
is the dumbest name.
Yeah.
Aaron A. Aronson.
He is the guy who I have gone to the most over the years, trying to get work. I've just gone to him a lot. We don't have a personal relationship, but he knows me reasonably well, because I've been desperate to get all of the BioWare and gene mods that I could for years. So, other than that, I mean, he's just reasonably charismatic, generally good mood kind of guy, but not, he's not officer friendly. He's just,
What's wrong with Officer Friendly?
he's just not, bitter.
Gotcha. Have you ever failed a job for him?
I mean, I would love to say no, certainly not.
It's something
mean-
you can totally say. This is a little world building with your contact here.
Mm-hmm.
So you
I
will
always
call
leave it up to the dice gods.
Yeah, just
I'm
roll.
afraid of that.
the dice gods are cruel and fickle masters.
Fair enough.
So he will answer say, hello. I'm not going to try and do a horrifically stereotypical Asian accent because I'm going to offend somebody. Probably myself.
Hey, Shang, I need something. I need a person.
Always a person. Well,
Yeah.
my niece is available. She's
Yeah. How big are her tits?
he's just gonna kind of all right, never
It's
mind.
fine. I like all size tits. We'll get to that later. I'll fuck her, no problem.
I in fact
But-
think that I'm not going to give you her number. Is there another person I can find you?
Yeah, I'm running a job with a few other people, and it would be pretty helpful if we could get a decker. We're doing this job as a favor, so we're not getting paid. We can pull together a little money for whoever you get, but it's not going to be a big payoff.
He's gonna.
It involves, we have to nab a truck, and a little bit of backup, and maybe fiddling with the truck so we can get away cleanly would be nice.
You looking to have him on site or off site?
Offside is fine.
Outside is fine.
It's like, well, there's a couple of guys that I know. As you know, I know guys and women, not guys like. Oh man, I got a couple of names I could give you. As it's off-site stuff, I could give you. Oh, what is his name? Well, there's. I don't remember his street name, but one of his aliases he uses is Charlie. Some chain smoker. That's all I really remember about him. It'll be good for an off-site job. He's a little bit more pricey though. Or there's this new kid. He screwed up the last job, or the last job got screwed up. We're still trying to sort out the details. It's a little messy when let's just say not everybody made it back in one piece.
Mm.
But he did because he wasn't there. He's probably looking. He could probably be talked into doing it cheaper, given as he wants to show that wasn't his fault. But those are the two guys I got off the top of my head that are currently available.
I mean, what kind of ballpark do you think these guys are expecting?
Chainsmoking Charlie. You said you only need him for a day?
Thursday.
He probably in like the 2000-ish New Yen range, just to, unless there is actual work that he has to do, like if he's just popping locks and doing that kind of stuff remotely, probably only 2000. He starts to get real crotchety and cranky if there's another enemy decker or, God forbid, a technomancer involved. He'll want a little bit more money in that case. The other guy, if things go well, he may just do it for a case of beer, but not like soy beer, but like the actual good stuff.
Right. So you think this kid could handle it if things did turn ugly?
I mean, it depends on what kind of ugly we're talking about here. If it's converged on by the gods, well, I don't know if he would have his Drek in order, if his hoop would be toasted.
Uh-huh.
But if it doesn't come to that, I mean, as long as it wasn't actually his fault for the other job getting messed up, which we're still sorting out.
All right. Well, I'll talk it over for a few with the rest of them, and I'll send you a message shortly.
Yep.
All right. Thanks.
And don't ask about my niece.
Hey, you brought her up.
I thought you were looking for some companionship and some friends.
And it sounded like that's what you were offering. And look,
not that kind of companionship. Look, she's family.
What else would I be calling a person to ask for a person for? Who the fuck calls? Look, I'm just saying. If you need her to be worked over,
no,
you can call me.
No. Goodbye.
That's fine. Hang up.
Sounded like it went well.
It did. I might be getting laid.
Nice.
Once you stalk down his niece.
So we got basically two options out of him. Somebody we can expect to handle the job. Probably a minimum of like 2K. We'll have to pay him. And
There's more money than I have.
And somebody who can probably handle it. He had a run go bad recently, and jury's still out on whether or not what level of blame he is to take, whether it be none or some. But he'll do it for probably, not much, a case of real beer or something.
Sold.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need him to do anything fancy, right? Just track the van.
As far as
Plus, I mean, if we take him on, he might kind of owe us, right? For picking him for a job. Maybe.
I mean,
and
look,
if it goes well.
Works out for us, and especially if it turns out that the other people decide it was his fault, then we may just get a free decker.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. So I'll send Sheng a text. I'll just say we'll take the kid. We need him. Do we know what time
Not at
the
all.
wagon is going to leave on Thursday?
That is not something that you have discovered yet. There was going to be a little bit of stuff going on with Archon that he might go, but he was in the potty.
Okay, then I will. I'll say that we need him here by Wednesday night.
So you want him there in person on Wednesday night, or you want?
I forgot. No.
I mean, he can
just
be
needs
there
to
in
make
person
plans.
and do stuff from off-site, but
Whatever's good for him, it doesn't matter. But we want to be able to. He needs to be available to make plans Wednesday night.
sure. And then we're going to cut over to Archon, who You did all right on your tests today. You didn't have a lot of things. Today was a lot more of the same. A lot of heavy lifting. You actually got to work with Bradley again. It is more of the two of you, like a more combined effort of carrying around heavy things, and he's kind of making grunting small talk at you about the Seattle Screamers and family life. So anything you wanna try and converse with him about, or
Not sure. Out of curiosity, is he like a bit? He's an orc. Is he a big orc? Like, is he muscled? Intimidating.
He's at least as strong, if not a little bit stronger than you. So he's fairly muscled. He does this work for a lot of. This is how he gets by.
Yeah.
Not exactly the most like clean shaven and well dressed individual, but he's congenial at least a little bit.
Yeah, I was just thinking like long-term applications, maybe, because I'm probably going to screw up his life, in some way or another.
Shadowrunners are not nice people, so.
No, but he, if I can get him thinking he owes me, maybe offer him a job with our gang, killing people for fun.
Is that what you're bringing up? I was like, hey, did you ever think about killing people for money?
Or just in general?
Yeah. Did you ever just want to murder a man with your bare hands?
Yes.
I know
Especially in
people
Dome.
who put that up for you.
No, in general, he'll probably get on with how long you been doing this, how's your family, basically, showing some semblance of interest and talking to pass the time, essentially.
Sure. Let me see if you have something beyond the I was nice to this guy by giving him cigarettes twice dice you could roll.
Yeah. I mean, he's taking interest in his family life and his family itself, and his own personal life as well, and history.
I mean, from our perspective, it's a bit creepy, but
But if he's willing to talk about it,
right.
Let's just roll your 5 dice, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
As to how talkative he's feeling about some things and how
he's not feeling talkative.
So he'll continue to talk to you, but when you get into the things that are like, you ever thought about murder?
Oh no, I wasn't asking him that. That'll wait until he's got no other choice.
It's like, now you must. So in there, however, he will actually bring up to mention the fact that some of the guys here are gonna splurge, and they're actually gonna go out to one of the local bars to watch the Screamers game.
Right.
And he invites you to go along with him.
What do Screamers do? Like what?
Urban Brawl.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
I like how the murder hobo is all of a sudden like, yeah, let's.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, he can if he wants to. I'll be like, mate, bet me. I will beat the crap out of you. Holds out his like very heavily calloused hands that will do a lot more pain or deal a lot more pain.
It would be so great if you just, crit glitch after crit glitch and get killed by a dock worker in a friendly fight.
You know what? Wouldn't even be mad.
I would just accept that as life telling me that I have done the bad thing.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm actually happy with this.
Let me just see if I can find a bar that they're going to that's not the Dusty Trail. Punny bar names. Come to me, Google. Oh, don't give me a pop-up. Alright, that one will work. So you are going with them to watch the Urban Brawl thing?
Yeah. I will check in with the team at home and basically let them know, right, yep, we know that definitely the Corp, dock wagons. Oh, there is a corp coming on Thursday. We already know the dock wagon is coming Thursday. So I'm going to continue to work to try and improve my chances of getting in and see if I can tag the dock wagon stuff if I'm chosen for it.
Are you guys going to go to the
You
bar?
okay with that?
Sorry, one more time.
Basically,
I was
I'm
reading
letting,
something.
okay, I'm letting you know that I know there is definitely a corp coming to the docks on Thursday. We know the dock wagon thing is coming in. So I'm going to work tomorrow as well, and then Thursday in the hopes that it improves my chances of getting put on that corp one. Or if I'm not, I'll sneak over and tag it, so we
Sounds
can at least
good.
track. And then I'll let you know about the bar. And I'm apparently seeing this with one of the workers, or a few of the workers. So you may get to see me get my face kicked in.
Well, you're not going to
Yay.
compete. You're going to watch the urban brawl match.
You
Right.
say that.
You're not,
I
you're
might
not-
start an urban brawl.
I mean, if you want to start a bar fight, we can start a bar fight. That'll be no problem.
I mean, I feel like if we take Ian, that'll definitely happen.
100%.
So I'm going to invite everyone to come to the bar.
Who all is going
We'll
to the bar?
refuse to go because it will be filled with the stench of disgusting humans.
I don't feel like going to a bar when there's trolls and orcs watching an urban brawl.
Let's not implicate ourselves any further here.
Sure.
You
Look,
racist.
these are all of my even more shady friends.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at you guys having shitty lives of being dock workers and hoping for work every day. These are my people who, well, they enjoy murder.
I
Can we
mean,
talk
look at
about
that one.
murder?
He's got 3 years' salary on one arm.
It's like-
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
I've forgotten about that aspect of things. It's like, it wouldn't even be that hard. You just kind of put them on the ground, put your foot on, and just kind of pull.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot of them there to resist. So we'll just kind of zoom through. You guys have a decent night. Do you drink to get drunk, or do you just drink to be social?
Social.
Okay, so you'll. If you could just roll me like body plus willpower real quick, and we'll see how well you can be social. You won't get drunk, but it's more of a test of how many beers do you go. Do you look like a toucan Sam or a?
Yeah.
So you
More
do pretty.
importantly, are you drinking the orc beer?
Oh, they don't even try to buy you Hurlg. Unless you want to try it, in which case we can go down that road.
Away.
It does not sound like a pleasant experience.
It's called
So I will
Hurlg,
pass.
so
Yeah.
what's the worst that could happen?
It is beer by orcs for orcs and trolls.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Considering I'm not an orc or troll, I think I will decline.
Yeah, they wouldn't even offer it to you.
Excellent.
You want some gasoline? Sure, I'll drink that gasoline.
That sounds like it could be fun.
So yep, this will be called the poorhouse because it means two things and it's appropriate.
Yeah.
Nice little quaint bar for a low lifestyle. Nothing super exciting. The night will go uneventfully unless you wish to start a bar fight.
Did I get paid, by the way?
Yes, you can add another 100 union.
Okay.
Good news, you only had a 13-hour shift today.
Okay.
Team not working. Do you want to do anything today, or should we just fast forward?
Just- I'm good.
So we'll go. You're able to get your area jammer, obviously. So we're now into, that was Monday, Tuesday. We're now into Wednesday. Archon, if you're going to work, you want to give me an edge test to see if you get picked?
Yep.
Oh my god, Trix.
Why
That
you
was
do
a
this?
lot of.
Oh, that is a lot longer than I figured.
Yeah. So you're actually going to end up being picked for the triads?
You're shitting me.
I am not, because you got 3
Done.
hits.
Yep.
Bradley does not get picked, and he's going to be like, looks like the next round's on you, kind of pat you on the back as he goes in to work. If you want to give me your lift and carry your composure rolls, and anything else you want to do. I believe team not working today didn't have anything they wanted to do.
I'll be a crow for the day.
Ooh, I will accept that for composure. I feel like I'm going to edge that, actually. I
Okay.
don't think the Triad will like not hard workers.
They'll kick your ass out. Oh,
Well,
there you go.
I'm hard working. I do not make them select me again.
So, the triads are going to be a lot of unmarked boxes. They don't have those fancy RFID tags like Ares did. It's going to be a lot of quiet work. Nobody is going to be casually conversing except for those that are speaking in Mandarin or Cantonese or the various dialects that they may use, which sounds like all, not Greek, but it sounds like all Chinese to you. You don't really.
Yeah. I mean, I can speak German if it helps.
No.
Chances are
Yeah.
not at all.
They're almost the same.
No, just meant in general.
Do you want to do anything while you're there, or?
Mainly he's just going to keep his head right the fuck down.
Good
keep his
boy.
eye out for what's happening and keep his ear out. But mostly he is going to stay out of the way, do his job, and leave.
Sure. If you want to just roll your perception real quick without the
Yep.
observe in detail, because you're gonna not be observing in detail, because the last thing you want to be done is drug out into the docks and shot and left for dead.
Yeah. So I can do my visual.
You can do your visual, but not the 3 for observe in detail.
Oof. 2 successes.
You did a good job of keeping your head down today.
Yeah.
You do pick up there's probably 8 to 10 different voices of people that are actually talking. None of the other employees, we'll call them, are talking. Instead of the food truck, they actually bring food out to you. It's in like a prepackaged soy food, so it's not a hot soy like you got over on the food truck, but it's a little bit better and a little bit more than what you got over there.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, how many successes? You got a whole bunch of successes on your thing. So they will very quickly hand you guys credit sticks at the end of the day. This one will be another 200 Union day for you
Okay.
for doing good job. And they will very quickly in moderate English, here you go, get out, kind of thing.
I leave immediately.
Good job.
And then he'll look for Bradley and hand him a couple of cigarettes.
Yep.
Just to sort of say hi, basically.
He'll be happy to see you, and then the Jackrabbit will come pick him up, and off he'll go. We are into Thursday now. If nobody had anything else they wanted to do.
Well, the Decker should have contacted us last night.
Ah, yes, late on Wednesday. So you guys will get a whatever comlink you gave him, which I imagine is Ascend's comlink. We'll get a ping of an email less than a phone call.
Okay.
And it'll be so I hear you got some work for me, and then however they sign it with it'll be DB. Will be the initials at the end.
Okay. So, I'll write him back and say, yeah, can you take a call now? Is it douchebag? Is that what the DB is? Whatever. We'll figure that out.
Do you ask him that, or do you ask your associates that?
I ask him.
Stream of consciousness.
It just kind of accidentally comes out. It's the one hang up when it comes to brain text messaging from direct neural interfaces. It's just like, oh, I accidentally thought type hit send rather than brain hit send. So
Whatever.
your comlink will begin to ring.
I pick up and I hook everybody else into the call.
Sure. It is not a visual feed. It is only voice.
Yeah.
And it sounds heavily modulated.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not douchebag. Data blitzer. He sounds super proud of himself in his modulated tone.
So it definitely was douchebag then.
Right. So that's okay. Yeah, we got a job. We got to grab a truck tomorrow.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Well, there you go then.
What area are we doing this in?
Docks in Seattle.
All right.
Tacoma.
I'll make sure I'm in the area so I don't have to deal with any of the noise, and he'll begin to quote some very technical sounding things that I know Interchange at least has the base logic to understand.
Mm-hmm. I have computer knowledge. Or computer skills. Basic.
Oh, so you mean exactly what he just said?
Yeah. No, it's he's trying to sound more intelligent than he is what you're
Yes.
not that like
Okay.
you know the specifics, but it's like, yeah, he's doing that thing where you use jargon. You catch a couple of the words.
Right.
So you just need me to pop locks and
Maybe.
and keep a track on it.
I assume we're part of a group call right now. Like it's
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Interchange is like, we just need you as like a safety net kind of a deal. We have some plans of what's going on, but whenever you're doing a job like this, you always have to have, plans A through Z, and you're like option D. So
For
we
data
just need you
blitzer.
there.
Yes. For
Sure. Or dude or whatever.
Data blitzer.
So just be ready for the call. We'll link you into DNI when we're gonna do the job, and I'll let you know as soon as I know exactly what's going on and when.
Make sure you track the van for us so we don't lose it.
Not
Okay.
a problem. And he's gonna post up like a link to whatever a fancy beer is that is still basically a shit beer for the Sixth World is. Like,
Okay.
PBR.
Sure. I actually don't drink beer. I don't like the
Me
taste of
neither,
beer.
but people who do drink beer seem to like to make fun of that one.
It's totally the douchebag kind of beer, but like whatever the real douchebag kind of beer is.
Budweiser.
I always like to think of it as Soyweiser in the future.
Yeah.
How much would that run us, or would it not even cost us anything because of my low lifestyle?
It probably won't cost, between the four of you, it probably won't cost you anything.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to figure out, like, I can go down to the corner shop, spend $35, get a case of beer. I can't imagine in the future it's more than $50.
Right.
All
right.
He's like, all right then, I'll see you squares tomorrow. Data blitzer out, and he disconnects from the call.
I want to shoot
I
him.
hate that piece of shit.
Please, can we?
All right.
You
Listen.
get what you pay
You better
for.
fuck this up just so I can kill him.
No. Because if he fucks, this is a win-win situation. If he fucks it up, he's in our pocket because we would be the only things keeping him from being killed, right? And then if it goes
I
well,
disagree.
then it's our job.
If he fucks it up, he's not in our pocket. He's in the ground.
I mean, if he fucks it
As
up,
a
I'm
paste.
going to create a new skin pocket out of his skin.
That sounds really gross.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like, I'm going to skin him and then staple his skin to my body so
Yeah,
that I may
actually,
use it as a...
And then
you know what?
pretend it's Bioware.
If he fucks up, his deck is mine. So we'll just kill him and I'll take the deck and then I'll be the decker.
There you go. See? Violence
Kinda
is
wanna
always the
have some
answer. It's in the gang
third-rate
name.
tech, too.
So,
Alright.
In the gang name.
did you guys want to do anything planning-wise before we get into the actual kinetics of the run?
I'm going to sharpen
I
my
was
knife.
going to summon a spirit, but I can't find the spirit stats anywhere in the quote.
Page 300.
Did Archon manage to get an idea of which, where the actual dock wagon was in the arrangement out there, so we have a good idea for a starting place?
No, they just said the corpse would be there, and I have assumed that it's Dock Wagon because we know Dock Wagon is coming that day.
Give me a memory test. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I believe that was 4. No, it was 6. Yes.
So you remember
really
talking? I'm sorry.
Sorry. I really need to get those macros.
Nah, macros are dumb.
Clean. I like clean.
So you will have remembered them talking about Dock C tomorrow is supposed to be the good one. That's what they were heard. Like, because everybody kind of glomps up as a giant, massive meta-humanity in the mornings, and then go off to their things, and then swap stories back and forth as they close out their days. Word on the street is that Dock C is going to be where the corp job is going to be on Thursday.
Right. Well, I'll mention this to everyone. And let them decide what they want to do with it. Whether they're going to be hanging out near it on the outside or something.
Yeah. I think I would look at where Doxy is and then check out the routes there and see if there's a place that I can that we can set up the Jackrabbit and kind of surveil the area for when we see the truck leave.
Yep. Sorry, ignore this roll for me. Just cool. That was actually a really good roll as well. God damn it.
Yeah. What did you want me to ignore it for?
I was just testing to make sure it worked.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Can you use the accident spirit power to cause a car accident?
Potentially. So it forces a glitch or a critical glitch. A full-on car accident would probably be a critical glitch situation, unless there is something else in for him to be driving down the street and all of a sudden, whoa, crash would be a critical glitch. But if there was, say, a motorcycle involved, it would probably only need a glitch to crash into the motorcycle.
Only motorcycle.
What about cutting off the engine?
Probably not, because that's a really specific thing.
We just need to stop somehow. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, your Decker friend can do something along those lines. You can pull the Jackrabbit out in front of it. You can have a wayward gnome lay in the street and attempt to grab onto the bottom of the truck as it drives over him.
Oh, please do that. That sounds like it's going to be fun to watch.
They're gonna drive over him.
I mean, you make him invisible first so they don't see it, but...
Good luck.
No,
Not gonna happen.
he's not gonna turn invisible.
Goddamn arcane arrestor.
I mean, if you were a good enough mage, you could do it, right? That's what the gnomes think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that minus 8 dice to cast anything on us?
So
I don't want to brag, but
it's not a dice pool penalty. What it is he will roll the spell cast as per normal, and then you will roll 8 dice to knock hits off of it.
No, that's only if he was casting an offensive spell on us, that's how that would work. But if he's trying to buff us, he takes it as a dice penalty to his pool. Unless I read that. It's been a while. But I'm pretty sure that's how I assumed it worked, was what you said. But when I read it...
I'm currently making a gnome at hero level. We'll see what it says.
yeah, the gnomes aren't going to be invisible anytime soon.
I almost had it open the right page.
Why do you have 8 resistance? That is stupid.
That's 4.
I have less than 1 essence.
But that's only for essence tagged spells.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, how much is it then?
It's 4.
No, it's not a dice pool penalty. It says right here. For instance, if a mage casts invisibility on a character with Arcane Arrestor 2 and gets 4 hits on a spellcasting test, the character rolls 4 dice and gets 2 hits, meaning only 2 hits of their spellcasting test are used to make the target invisible.
Oh, it's even worse. Nice.
It's not
Wait,
even.
how is it worse than a dice pool penalty?
It's
Because it takes it off of your hits, not off of your dice pool.
But that's better because
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So either way, bad plan to make the gnomes invisible, unless you actually pull it off.
it's
Um,
fine.
Yeah. But all right. So my idea, I'm kind of wondering, but it's going to depend on the route that they take. I'm wondering if like there's a side street or something that we could make potholes in to like slow them down without them noticing.
What would
I
you
have
like
a
to make?
spirit do it for you. Do it for me.
Or yeah, have a spirit do it. That'd be even better.
They have better magic than me, so they get better dice rolls.
Indeed.
Let's see. As a chaos magician, do you have earth spirits?
It made me pick my spirit types, so
Yeah,
I picked
have
Fire, Waterman.
Air, earth, fire, water, man. Yeah, so you could totally have summon an earth spirit to wreck the road, as it were. You could
With a
even
high profile.
you could even just kind of like that morning summon a spirit to do it maybe in the process, like, oh, here they come down the street, quick, go wreck the road. So it's not like sitting there all night like that.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I would have done anyways. But I don't know if I want to like destroy a road. That seems a bit much.
Well, it would be on a side street where people don't see it.
Seems a bit subtle.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be pretty obvious no matter what. You've got a spirit just fucking up the road.
I mean, if they deploy combat drones, it's gonna be super obvious no matter what.
I didn't mean to like make the potholes while they're driving up. Like we would know the route and then
okay.
make the potholes and then clean it up, and then they would drive and be like, "Oh shit, we got to slow down," weaving through the potholes.
If I've got it on a
That's
tracker, you'd know where it's going at any point, so you'd be able
Right.
to direct the spirit to go down the nearest road and do it before they get there.
Right.
That sounds like a smart idea.
So, is there a place that we can set up and view the like where the truck would go, so we can set this up? Like when it leaves, basically.
So you could totally follow it in the Jackrabbit and the Monocycle, and you do have 4 places that you had picked out.
Yep.
That you could potentially, like, you probably couldn't stealthily, like, all right, let's pass this truck and go up, a couple of blocks, and then we're gonna stop and get out and have a spirit wreck the road there. But
Right.
Acid could definitely astrally project to one of those spots and have the spirit do it there, and then come back to meat stock.
Sounds good.
Wait, what? Why do I need to astral project somewhere?
Because you can travel there super fast, then you summon the spirit, and then the spirit materializes.
So you're not like telling a spirit is like, I need you to make holes in the pavement at 4th and Main. The spirit's gonna be like, what is a 4th and Main?
That's true. Yes.
So you would just project to the spot, summon it in, and then it would go to town.
Yeah. I can summon it first. I just would have then project a spot.
Yeah.
Sure.
So is there anything else you guys
All
want
right.
to do before we come back with kinetics?
Nope.
I don't think so.
What
Alright.
is like fucking up the road? Is it like using some form of power? Because I don't see any power like that. I think that's something spirits can do. Like,
Me-
it should be like some power, right? Power over the element.
Uh, it doesn't have to
They
be
could
like
just
an
punch the
actual
road.
power. It is made of rock and stuff. It could always just form its body, pulling resources from the road, and then leave holes where it grabbed that stuff from.
Okay, sorry.
They have the laws of physics do not apply to spirits. So
Except for when you're killing them.
well, not even then sometimes.
Not even that,
Sure.
because of the elemental weaknesses, which still makes me mad every time I think about it.
It's not.
All right. Well, in that case, we're going to take another couple-minute break real quick to fill our drinks and empty our bladders, and then we're going to come back with some kinetics, and we'll see if they can actually be proper shadow runners.
It'll be the first time ever.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.